We got a light rain this morning, and Gray's got enough sense to stay in her dry spot. Tux, he's kind of does that guy thing. He's sort of impervious to the rain. Her Ruby's all wet. Good morning, Ruby. Up to the sky. See you this afternoon, buddy. I love you.
I love you too. Bye.
I'll be picking you up. Me and Miss Michelle are only shopping half a day.
Okay.
I'm listening to some tunes, trying to wake up. Catching some new Gen 4 Pokemon over here at Goodberry Squid Fountain. This is a little bit how I feel about Sapphire right now. I'm over here on the other side of the railroad crossing on Judd Parkway. I've come in the back way to Walmart to get around the closed intersection up here, road up here. And it looks like they're making good progress in fixing the railroad crossing here, widening it. That's what they're doing. They're widening it so they can widen the whole road intersection area, put in more turn lanes. I guess we can all be glad that it looks like they'll have this all fixed before the holiday season over here at Walmart. Yeah, that would be really good. I think they're on track to do that. I'll have to look up what version of iOS introduced it, but sometime within the last 6 months to a year, you know, every time I get in my car, the Maps app on my iPhone tries to figure out where it is that I'm going and pops up how long it's going to take me to get there. And I guess if I want to click on it, you know, it'll pop up directions. So it thinks Guardian Angel is just enough home cooking, which is the little mom and pop restaurant right next to it. So it's popped up, I've lost it now, but it had popped up that, you know, it's going to take me 8 minutes to get there. Oops, it's 10:28. I'm supposed to be there at 10:30, but Michelle and I typically show up a couple minutes late. But at any point, I got to thinking about the, you know, sending directions to the car, which I haven't tried yet. I looked in Google Maps and I don't see a way to do it. I'm going to check out the Apple Maps app, which I don't normally use now. So when I clicked share on my phone, sure enough, the directions showed up over here on Ruby. I'm gonna say that, you know, the directions went to Ruby, but that's because in my Tesla app, I have Ruby as the app when it loads. You know, if I want to use Sapphire and I want to have the phone open the door, I have to switch the Tesla app over to Sapphire. So if I'm out for the day with Sapphire, I'll be switched over to Sapphire, but otherwise I'll be on Ruby. But I'm going to guess that you pick which Tesla you want the maps to go to based on which one you have as the primary app in the Tesla app, as a primary car in the Tesla app. I didn't see an option to choose which car, and I can't test it today because obviously I don't have Sapphire to test it with. But I'll try that again on another day. Well, at least for now, it stopped raining. Good morning. How are you?
Good. I was able to wear one of my Halloween shirts.
I see. It was cold enough to actually think about putting on long sleeves.
Yes. Well, you know, for me, it's not that hard to put on
yeah.
sleeves.
So, no Ariel yet? You got to pick her up at school?
Yep, she's right down the road, so I figure I'll do that.
That's right. A sheet to cover the Lego League table, a Pyrex Corel snowflake plate, a couple of these padded envelopes, they were a good deal.
Oh, yeah.
And a butterfly mini flag. Live, love, laugh. Although in this case, it's live, laugh, love. Well, Ruby and I are gonna miss you on the rest of our shopping adventure. Hopefully it'll work out for next week.
It better.
Yeah.
I'm tired of all this. This is my day.
Yeah, send me a picture of Ariel if she's happy with her hair. She's
Well,
getting her hair straightened, right?
Yep.
Basically a fancy straightening.
Yep.
And enjoy your Mystery Science Theater tonight.
Oh, thank you. Can't wait.
So I finally figured out how to send Google Maps directions over to Ruby. It was just a little bit harder to figure out. And then I went back while I was navigated using Google Maps share to go back to the Apple Maps share, and it just overrode what was on the big screen. So there was no conflict with I'm already navigated someplace, let me navigate from you know, a different app. It didn't matter. So I think I've got that down. I don't see me using it a lot, but it's nice to know it's there. I'll also add too that since I had earlier today checked the box to say it was okay to share Apple Maps data to the Tesla app, when I went in to share Google Maps data, Tesla app was already selected as a possibility. I'm thinking that's because it's the same allow button flip switch, but I'm not sure. But I was a little surprised I didn't have to authorize it from Maps, Google Maps. So yes, lots of times while you're driving, the other cars that surround your car, they look like they hit you, or they're going to hit you, or they have hit you, but they aren't that close. I'm not sure why the graphics depicts the cars coming into your lane and being closer than they really are, but yeah, lots of times I'm seeing that. I don't take it too seriously. I just watch the mirrors. Early voting has started over here at the Apex Community Center. I wonder if that's the case in Fuquay too. Don and I usually like to go early vote. So guess who will be back to pick this up? Miss Michelle. Well, I enjoyed walking around Guardian Angel Apex, but I miss Michelle, especially for lunch. I had a little bit of chicken and broccoli over at the Chinese place next door, but it's just not the same when you're sitting there eating by yourself. Yeah, it was kind of lonesome. Bringing most of that home for Johnny, but I had a little bit. Speaking of Johnny, I'm headed to pick him up now. You know, Don's working on that table project for me, and with Michelle having to cut our day short today, no reason why I can't go grab him. Ruby's leading committee here. Bye, guys. I pulled over after I got Johnny in the car, looked at the raids happening. There's a Shinx battle over here in Chavis Heights on the south side of town, and we are waiting for it to kick off. Really comprehending. After we finished the Shinx battle, we ended up turning around at Chavis Park, John Chavis Memorial Park, and there's an old carousel house here. I'm sure the carousel's still inside, and a pool with a couple of splash pad things, but it sort of could tell it needs sprucing up. And then this sign says by 2020 they ought to have the carousel house rebuilt and the pool and the splash pad open and a new expanded community center. It looks like it's going to be really nice. we'll have to watch the project and check it out when it's complete. So I'm over here at HC Auto and Body. I just wanted to see how many 3s were still parked on the lot. There's at least, Johnny loves the Model 3s, but he also wanted to check out this Dodge. I told him he could go read the sticker in the window. And not just 3s, there's 4 X's over here too. Actually 5. Wow. No rubies though. That's good. Johnny and I were over here at the Walmart catching some Pokemon, and I thought East Coast Towing was back here behind the Walmart, and sure enough. Donnie is over here doing serious work.
Just a pneumatic air gun. And nail gun.
I said, you messed up and you didn't get JB to build this for you.
Well, if he would have just stayed a couple more days, I was thinking on it. The start of it was clearing off the top of the stairwell, and this was like step 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
How's it going?
It's going good. I got one more piece, and that'll be all the wood.
Ruby's mileage was just shy of 100 miles today.